there, Sir Tom Finney in it, and Sir Tom was a great man, and he really is Preston North End, and that's what most people who, when you mention Preston North End, think of Sir Tom Finney, and you know, I wanted him on there in the day as well. It was really important to us at the time.
Graham Alexander was such a consistent performer, and he got this amazing goal against Burnley.
We signed him from Luton. I don't know, played about 30 or 50 grand, I think, from Luton maybe at the time to bring him. He went on to become a regular Scottish international and got about 50 caps for Scotland at the time.
Every team needs a good captain, and in Sean Gregan you had one, and this goal away at Norwich City.
He looks there as if he could never move, but I've got to say Greggs was great for the team. He was an imposing big man as well, you know, on the pitch he looked as if, you know, he was a big, powerful midfield player.
There was a home match against Watford which virtually cemented your place in the playoffs that season, which is an incredible achievement, and John Macken popped up with 2 goals.
We took John Macken from Man United at the time, and round about the same time with David Healy, and the two of them together were excellent. And look, it's the way we were trying to buy sort of good young talent who was going to improve.
1 or 2 nervous expressions as the players take the field for a game where the rewards are rich. A place in the playoff final at Cardiff beckons. Cartwright looking to leak up for it, and there's a great shot, and what a wonderful goal from David Healy. Son has made a run along the line, but it's Marcelo, it's Horsfield! It's 2-1 Birmingham!
Graham misses this one.
Yeah, incredible.
Misses this one, yeah, which was incredible because he was such a good penalty kick taker. And then I think
this is the winning goal that could.
This is so easily, and it's David Lucas who's my goalkeeping coach here at Everton at the moment. But this is the winning goal, you know, or the equalising goal to take it to penalties in extra time, really.
But it could have been done and dusted down the other end.
Oh, it could have been. If they'd scored there, it was over. And really, you know, I think if you asked any Preston North End supporters of an era at the moment, they'd all say this was probably the biggest moment we've all had. And for me at Preston, it was incredible.
A real drama going into the penalty shootout because Birmingham were insistent that it should have been taken down that empty end.
There was no end at one end. So what were we going to do? And look, Trevor was a great guy. And so it ended up, the penalties all came at our end. And look, we had done a lot of work on preparation.
He has to score to put Preston through. And he does! Preston are in the playoff final. And it's local boy Paul McKenna who kept his cool from the penalty spot to put them there.
Just delight for the players and really just how well they've done all season.
If you look at the strength of team which Big Sam had at the time, and this was probably our best chance in the game.
Yeah.
I think by
only
the end,
1-0 then.
Yeah, we were only 1-0 down, I think, till late on in the game.
That's right.
But it was it just went against us, and
you know, we're open there, aren't you?
Yeah, we're wide open and
trying to get the
try to get the equaliser, and we lose it here. But it was a great time for us, and special time at Preston, which I'll never forget.
How much of what happened that season, and obviously the year before as well, did it sort of stand you in good stead for what was to come? It
was a brilliant education for me because I started a bit lower down, had to do the games, had to win the games, had to come up, got myself moved on a little bit. For me personally, it was probably one of the best things I could do, and I see so many people maybe getting in right at the top end too quickly. I think managing in the lower leagues teaches you an awful lot. You need support from the board, and I've got to say that the Preston North End board at the time, Brian Gray, Derek Shaw, all the people behind Preston North End gave me great backing and great support, because if you don't, then the job can become very difficult.
And 25 years, does it feel like 25 years?
I think when you look at the picture it probably does, but overall it was a period, you know, where I really enjoyed. I had actually just come out of playing as well, and you know, taking from being a player gone into coaching and management. It's always something maybe I hoped that I would get an opportunity to do, and thankfully there was people who gave me that chance.